So first of all, we need to understand the format of arts, that how many parts are there, what kind of varieties are being used in arts. So arts has two varieties, right? One of them is academic. Second one is
Yes.
general. Now, those people who want to go for study, they are supposed to do academic, right? Now, those who want to go for work, so they will have to do
Channel.
yeah,
IELTS.
yes. Now, and this we also have two categories. For example, if you are going to the UK, right, you will be doing academic UKVI. You will be doing academic UKVI.
Okay.
And if you are doing general, so that should be general UKVI. But if your purpose is to go to like other countries, that should be academic only, right?
Okay.
Like you shouldn't select UKVI along with that. For example, if you are going to the US, Canada, Australia, to these kind of countries. Now, apart from that, we also have another one, and that is life skills. So do you have any idea about life skills?
Life skills.
Yes.
Like this buying and selling something, driving.
Yes. So
Energy.
and actually those who want to go for spouse visa, they are supposed to go for that one, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Beside that, we need to discuss the modules of art. So there are 4 modules, right?
Okay.
The very first module is writing.
Okay.
Now in writing, we have 2 tasks. Task 1 is graph. If you are going on a study visa, so you will have to go for the graph. And the graph, you are supposed to write 150 words within 20 minutes. And task 2 is essay, where you have to write 252 to 70 words. And it should be written within 40 minutes. So total time for the writing task is 60 minutes. Are you getting
60
it?
minutes. Yes.
And we should not exceed from 270 words.
Actually, you
So
want to
we should not.
exceed, yes, no, it is
What is
not
the
essential.
maximum limit for the
That
essay?
should be 270, not more than 270. If you are like making the length maximum, so it could give them opportunity to reduce your band score, because you will be making grammatical mistakes, and when a student makes grammatical mistake, they reduce the band score for the students. So it's essential, and you have to keep in mind that if you write 250 to 270 words, that is perfect number of words for the essay.
That should be precise and right. It's easy to make them precise and grammatically correct.
Yes, but it shouldn't be like we could say it shouldn't be 200 words. It should be like the British Council. What the British Council says that you have to write up to 250 to 270 words. If you can conclude your essay within 250 words, that would be appreciated and you can get good bands on that.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, the second one is listening. And listening, what do we have? We have 4 parts. We have 4 parts, right? And these 4 parts, the very first one is academic context. Do you know what is academic context?
It means like some context from academics, like any lesson from course or any text,
Okay,
just like this.
the very first listening part which you will be having, that is social context, right? Social context, there would be 2% or 3%, they might be discussing some issue related to society.
Okay.
Right? Like that could be a person who has called jam or might be requiring about some information about admission, about other activities. There might be a person who has called a club and wants to acquire something. Clear? The second one would be
Okay.
social monologue. Do you know what is the meaning of monologue?
No.
Monologue means one person speaking.
Okay.
Right? One person speaking is non-monologue. And this part of listening, there would be one person that could be a leader, that could be a political agent, that could be any social worker, and he might be giving instruction to common people. Right? But you know, which one is considered the difficult one? That is monologue. You know, and most of the time in monologue, you may face some challenges because a person is speaking very fast, and you may also encounter with different kind of accents and dialects. So that could put you in some challenging situations.
Okay.
Okay, then what do we have? We have the third one.
So we will be expecting many different accents of English during listening, or it will be British or just American?
No, there would be different kind of accent. Like if we take example of Pashtun, so how many variety of accents do we speak?
Yes. Yes, of
Like
course.
if you go to Khyber, if you go to Karak, you will encounter with a different accent, not with an accent, but with a dialect, where the words are also different.
Different, exactly.
So same is the case with the English, that it has a variety of accent, and for that I'll be suggesting you some things which you have to hear on daily basis, which could play a very essential role in developing your listening power.
That's right. I have also heard that in listening we have a great possibility that we can achieve full marks.
Yes, especially in listening and reading. Most of the people, they have
Listening and reading.
like in 2022, I think, yes. If I'm not wrong, one of my students, she was, I think, a principal at Bachahan College, and she got 9 band in listening.
Nice. Yes.
So it is like
so
listening is
we should improve this section. There is a chance.
Yes,
there is a very good chance that we can get good marks in this.
Inshallah, inshallah. Okay, then we have the third one is academic context. In academic context, there would be 2 or more than 2 students discussing thesis researches, assignment, or papers, or even we could say classes. They will be having discussion over these topics in third part of listening, right?
Mhm.
Then we have academic monologue. What does mean by academic monologue?
One person
It could
speaking
be a
about
lecture.
Yes, Ma'am
academic.
Sana, yes.
Yes, it could be a lecture.
Sorry?
It could be a lecture.
Yes, it would be a lecture, giving
Okay.
lecture by the, by the lecturer, instructor, or teacher, or researcher.
Mhm.
Now, what is now there are like you will be given 30 minutes for the listening to listen, and
Mhm.
plus 10 minutes where you have to transfer all the answer from the questionnaire onto the answer sheet.
So where is the noise coming from?
I think that is from Memsana's side. Okay, she has muted herself. Okay,
Yeah, noise. Fine.
okay, and 30 minutes and plus 10 minutes. So the total time for the listening is?
For all these four parts, we have 30
Yes,
minutes.
yes. And number
Is
of,
there specific time for individual parts, sir?
no,
Or it will
no,
be mixed?
it will be mixed. Number of questions would be 40, right? Like
40
each,
questions.
yes, like each part contains 10 questions.
Okay. Each from each section it will be 10
Yes.
questions. Okay.
Clear about listening?
Yeah.
Okay,
But we will have to answer 40 questions in just 10 minutes.
not 10 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 questions, just look at.
Okay, sir. Okay, we will be listening and then answering at the same time.
At the same
Is
time.
it how it
And
works?
yes, and at the end, what you
Okay.
have to do to transfer all the answer from the questionnaire, which you wrote within 30 minutes, to transfer them onto the answer sheet.
Okay. Sir.
Okay, now some strategy, you will have to go for the BBC News. You have to install it and listen radio on daily basis. The second one is Kids Talk on YouTube.
Till stock.
Yes, because you
Yes,
will
sir.
find,
I used to listen it. Okay.
yes, you will find a variety of accent, right?
Yes.
Then we have reading, and reading we have 3 passages, (40 questions), 60 minutes. Is it clear? That in reading part, you will be having 3 passages, 40 question, and 60 minutes. Within 60 minutes, you have to cover them. There would be variety of questions
Sir,
like
how
yes,
much will be the length of these passages? How much would be?
it
How
would
many
be 3
lines?
pages, 4 pages. It depends.
Okay.
For each type of question, I'll be giving you strategies and tips. Don't worry about that.
Okay. 6 minutes.
All right. The last one would be speaking, right? So what is the speaking? There are three parts. How many? Three
3
parts. There are three parts. The very first one is introduction. The second one would be cue card. What is cue card? Do you have any idea about it? Memsana
No,
or
sir.
Mansoor?
No,
Yes,
sir. I don't have it.
cue cards are like they give you the stimulus and they give you a word upon which we have to talk.
For how much time?
I didn't study about speaking as well. I was
For 2
doing my
minutes.
writing
For 2 minutes to
like,
talk. And
about the cue card.
yes, and 1 minute to prepare.
Right.
And the last one would be follow-up questions, right? The last one is follow-up question, and this part of speaking, they'll be asking you different questions, right? There would be follow-up questions regarding the topic.
Will you discuss the strategies regarding the listening parts because I've heard some of the difficulties in the academic context
Ma'am, I'm
where
not
we
able to
have to make.
understand your voice. I don't know your voice. There is some buzzing sound coming along with your voice.
Wait, let me disconnect my Bluetooth.
Hello?
Is it fine now?
Yes, it's fine now. Yes, what
Yes,
were you
it's
saying?
fine.
I'm just asking, will you discuss about the strategies of the academic context in the listening part? Because I felt the difficulties in the part where we have to match like the A, B, C, even in the reading, even in the listening part.
Okay, ma'am, actually today it was a demo class. So with a demo class, it is quite huge work. And especially listening, for each type of question, there is a strategy.
Like, what
And
is the strategy for that? The A, B, C, like first the paragraph has been given and then you had to match
let's suppose list
what.
of headings you are talking. I'm getting your point of view that you are talking about list of headings. Now, while you are matching list of headings, first you need to understand the list of headings, paraphrase them in your own words. They will never ever give you the exact word to match. You
But
will.
what about the listening? How could we make it in the listening?
You are talking about MCQs type, or what kind of question are you talking about?
Academic context. You have written and you have labeled it as the academic context, right? In the
Yes,
listening, as you
yes,
have
fine.
written it over here. My question is that in the academic context, like in the listening part, the questions comes like they do talk with each other,
No,
and then at the end
okay.
you will have
No,
to
no,
match that
no,
this
no,
is
no,
the
no, no.
A, B, C.
An academic monologue, if the second part you are talking about, so there is one person, academic, but if you are talking about the third part in listening, that is academic
Yeah.
context where 2 or 3 students are talking, they might be discussing a research, they might be discussing assignment. Now, what kind of questions will be there? There would be fill in the blanks type of question. There could be MCQs type of question where you have to understand the question and the students discussing a topic, you have to write the answer during the listening.
And do they give
Okay,
some
sir.
pauses we have to write, or is this the same as we do listen on the YouTube? They do not give the proper time for it, because when we write it down, so we miss the next part of the
Actually,
listening.
what happens that you do not have that much command over listening. That's why you stuck with one of them. Whenever you stuck with one of the listenings, leave it and go ahead. If you are Just running behind the one, you may miss all of them which are coming ahead.
Okay, so what's the strategies? Should we write as we listen directly?
Obviously, that is the strategy, and the strategy is to look for the, for example, if that is filling the blanks, you have to assume the word. For example, article is coming there. So what do we write after article? Either we write adjective or noun. So after they fill in the blanks, if we find a noun, so we are supposed to write an adjective.
Okay.
You will have to assume the things. You will have to paraphrase the things.
Right.
Mansoor, are you getting?
Yes, sir. I
Anyhow,
got it. But
don't worry.
later I
Actually,
will
we
understand
currently
it clearly.
not discussing. Whenever we reach to the
Yes, sir.
listening part, so I'll make you understand. I'll teach you all the things which are essential
Yes.
for each and every listening. And ma'am, for each type of question, you have to search on Google. Like if you can't attend our class, that what strategy should be suitable for this type of question. But if you have time, so I'll aid you in arts online class, so that would be quite useful for you.
So what's that class is? At which time?
Today we have a demo class and it starts 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yes.
1 o'clock. It is
Yeah.
2 o'clock.
No, it's 1 o'clock till 2 o'clock.
Every day.
Every day. Today is first day. And from tomorrow, we are starting a proper class.
But my IELTS is going to be held at 3rd of August.
3rd of August, so till that, you can complete writing and listening with us.